Welcome back to another episode of the houseofaquariuspodcast. It's your favorite Aquarius here. Make a wish. Back to bring you another one. So listen. I've been talking about this. I've been hearing so much about this recently. I'm surprised I haven't done this one yet. I mean, let's get it. Virgo. Virgo male. Scorpio female. Oh man. So if you missed it in the last one, let me say I want to make sure I start to actually incorporate the dynamic more a little better of the male to the female differences, dynamics for each sign. Because every male has a different mindset and emotional desire than women do in our relationships. And each sign functions slightly differently, a little differently, coming from the male and female perspective. Men tend to be more outgoing and outspoken and more masculine duality oriented in the sign, regardless if it's the sign is masculine or feminine. And same thing with the women. Women tend to be more feminine oriented inside the sign, regardless of signs male, female, or masculine or feminine. Sorry. Which women tend to be a little more introverted, introspected, and reserved in that regards. So, with that being said, Scorpio, female, water sign, okay? So automatically that means they're going to be a little more emotional in the situation. Not necessarily, but there's more emotion involved. And this is a good dynamic because the Scorpio is going to be more emotional. Scorpio appears to be more emotional in this situation outwardly than the Virgo. Virgo is like the air sign of the earth signs. They tend to be more emotionally detached. And considering the fact that this is the male in the situation, men are already typically more not emotionally detached, but more emotionally restrained than women tend to be in relationships. Well, typically, I would say tend to be. So that dynamic here, it's going to be high emotion from one side more often than not, and then less from the other. Ooh, I can't take this light. However, let me just say that Virgos are not a non-emotional sign. You have to be a certain level to actually get that from them. You actually got to be a certain depth inside of their circle for you to actually see their emotions. Because the Virgos are a more analytical sign. They're more like Aquarius and a Gemini in regards to that aspect. They think more intellectually speaking. They use more logic-based than emotional based when their thought processes. And like I said, they are very analytical, which actually is a very good combination for Scorpio. I forgot what I was talking about. For the Scorpio, because Scorpios are very analytical too, very informational based, research heavy. They pry, they dig. They're very good detectives. They notice a lot of small things that other people don't know to catch. So that alone, they have that common seat to sit at the table, It makes it easier for them to get along. So in that respect there's actually a very good thing that they actually will take the time to learn more about the other person in an unintentional way. Which, for the most part, that tends to help out a relationship be better in the long run. The more you understand your partner and what they're doing or capable of doing, and habits and what they're capable of doing through those habits, the easier it is for you to make decisions about how to help them, how to act with them, or how to adjust yourself for those situations. This the Virgo is the immutable sign, which means they're more open to change. I say that with a thought in my head about my Virgos that in my life who seem to be very resistant to change. But that aside, though, they tend to be open to change and open to be willing to make adaptations to things going on in their life. The Scorpio, though, on the other hand, they're the fixed sign, so there's going to be a lot of more resistance to things changing from them. One of the biggest things to worry about in this situation is that Virgos tend to be very critical in a good and or bad situation, dynamic, depending on how people look at things, how people take things. Scorpio can be very defensive, so that alone can lead to some very big arguments, depending on how hard this thing of the Scorpio comes out. Sorry. Because a lot of hurtful things can come up from Scorpio. Oh boy. But I can't just, everyone can say some rough things, but in this situation, though, oh my God, Scorpio got those things, those tongues, oh my goodness. Ooh. I'm gonna think of some things they said to me or near me. Whew, hurts. But let's go. One of the best things about this relationship, though, is that, like I said, Scorpio is very, very, they tend to be very, very passionate about what they do. They're an all or nothing sign. All in or nothing at all sign. And one thing about Virgo is that they don't really show the love to the other person in a relationship unless they are basically got that full committal promise ring on their finger. And when they get it, though, they're both very loyal, devoted signs, and that is a extremely good dynamic to have. Virgo being the earth sign, Virgos always prefer stability and security. And it could be like, for, let's say, typecast real quick, and if it's female, the security, stability in regards to having a long-term partner and or financial stability to make things happen the way we want to go. Being the male in this situation, it would be more of an emotional stability that they're looking for, and locking things down, especially depending on the age of the person. When it's time to settle down, they want that full secureness, And the good thing about the Scorpio is that when it's time to commit, when they lock in, they lock in. You might not get out. You might get stuck on a slinger, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? They're very passionate about who they care about. They're both very strong family-oriented signs when they're about their family. And so, like I said, so far, like, I'm just fluffing up the benefits of this, because these two signs work well. As I said before on my TikTok, MAK3 a wish 1 on TikTok, that certain signs have an easier time of being compatible with others. Earth signs and water signs are to the sign. Fire and air are the other two signs. They go very well together. If we cross over the paths to the other side, it's going to be more, not contradictions, more contrasting ideas and ideologies and mannerisms that are going to come into contact, Here, earth water. If we can't be the same element, the next best thing is the other one that's very positive. And the situation here, my man, Thank you for that. In the situation here, Earth sign. The Earth sign alone is all about stability, practicality, and that's going to make some massive changes to what, might be normal in Scorpio's life. Sorry. And that, like I said, that could mix up. That also could be something that could be lacking, but it's also like water signs generally tend to be more out there, as in dreamy illusions. They're the emotional sign who has more emotional depth than other signs typically. That's what they're known for. And in this situation here, that emotional depthness is going to hugely impact the Virgo, because Virgo's already, I ain't say scared, but they're wary to commit to doing certain things emotionally without having that trust there. And for them, that this new emotional level is going to be different for the Virgo. If they get open to that and start being more willing to accept that as is, that could really change and affect them in different ways. Virgos, as we should be aware of already, are the sign of service. They love being able to take care of someone, okay? They love to be able to bring order to chaos. And at times it can be nowhere more as chaotic as the emotion of a Scorpio. I might get flack for that one, but I'm just saying, okay? This is sun sign typecasting there. And that actually be something that the Scorpio will actually really enjoy if that's what they're looking for in their life. Like I said, with that compatibility there, the female Scorpio is looking for or seeking the stability for the family and the long-term relationship that Earth sign can bring to them. And on the flip side, the Virgo can really benefit from the more emotional openness of the Scorpio. And it's going to make them look further into themselves when they're speaking. Let's say that's another thing too. They will have a lot more good intellectual conversations because of information. They both are very intellectual signs. Man, do I feel there's anything that I did not touch upon that needs to be said? I'm not sure. If I did anything that I haven't said so far, feel free to add it to the comments down below, and we can talk about that more too, because this is all about helping more people understand themselves and their relationship better. And I can't do it by myself. I could just start the ball rolling from the top of the hill, you know? Is there anything else I missed that needs to be said here? Because I feel like something missed. I'm not sure. But I'm not gonna make it too long here. Because don't worry, at some point in time, I'll probably remake these again with more full depth insights. As I keep going through these, they're getting better and more insightful. So I apologize to people who listen to the first ones and feel like they're missing something, but don't worry, I'll come back to the next ones and do it better at some point in time. Because you always improve upon this stuff, you know. Hey, hopefully you guys learned something new here. If you like it, share it, subscribe it. The other stuff, people will see and hear what's going on that can help them with their life, you know. As always, my friends, stay classy, be you, make a wish out.